Welcome again to the Power of Food, the live streaming special edition of Symposium Sangue na Guerra, Blood and Guts. We are very, very happy, me and Paul, to introduce you, Chef Gaggan Anand, someone we wanted very badly to host in our physical symposium. Gaggan Anand, welcome. You will be chatting with Miguel Pires. Miguel has been with us in the previous talk, so we'll skip the introduction. You at home, thank you so much for being there. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's go again. Thank you so much to be with us. Now we will have Gaggan, maybe one of the most provocative chefs. He likes to say that he serves experience in his meals in Gaggan. And then we'll have also Miguel Pires from Portugal. He's one of our food critics. And guys, let's begin. I don't know which one of you wants to begin this talk. Maybe you, Gaggan. Thank you so much again.
Thank you guys for having me. It's quite good that at least we stick to our commitments. I think I'm in Lisboa right now. I'm looking at the people around me. I'm about to have a nice can of sardine.
I had some vindaloo not a few weeks ago. How's the thing in Bangkok or in Thailand? Because I saw the numbers in terms of this coronavirus, and it looks like they are pretty good, but everything is there's a lockdown.
See, we have actually today there was a big traffic, so we are trying to be normal with traffic. It's been what I would say is a almost 45 days of lockdown. We are now in the first phase of easing the lockdown. So restaurants can open, but no alcohol sale. So because in Thailand, you see, people can eat street food and drink beer and socialize.
Yeah.
So you cannot sell alcohol, but you can retail it. There's a lot of laws, like you have one table to the next table is 2 meters. So my new restaurant, actually 2 restaurants, one, the Gaggan Anand, which I opened in November last year, I will not open now because it's too early, because I remember on the 18th of March when we had the lockdown, that's Sunday was the last service, but on Friday I had 250 kilos of ingredients coming in. There was foie gras, caviar, fish, seafood, everything. So a lot of things was wasted. How much foie gras and caviar can you eat? Okay, so you see, this is the thing. So a lot of wastage happened. We tried to do things, but it didn't work. I mean, you can't. So I don't want to go to that risk because it's you need at least 15 days of, and this is not a country to blame or not somebody to blame. It's a democratic disease. It's a global situation. So you cannot blame anyone, but you have to play your risk low.
Yeah.
Precaution is the biggest advantage you have your side. So I've opened this other restaurant that I opened on the 6th of March because I planned that restaurant in December, January, February. We closed the location and opened. We did the renovation, and in 5 weeks we were ready. We opened on 6th of March, knowing that we will be closing soon.
Yeah.
But
Mexican,
this is me.
Indian one?
Yeah, Mexican Indian. Yeah, it's crazy. It's Miss Maria and Mr. Singh. And that restaurant was the only lifeline we had in all the restaurants that I ever been a partner or owner or my own restaurant. That was the only one which could do takeaways, deliveries. And still the only restaurant that have at least 20 people a day. Now that restaurant can do 80 seats, but because of the precaution and the social distancing, we can only do certain amount of seats. And at night, 10 o'clock, it's a curfew. So your last table have to leave by 8 p.m.
Okay.
So that it's not how you want, but at least it's a drop of water in the middle of Sahara.
But is this by law, or it was your?
No, it's by law. It's by law, and I support the law because what we don't want is a second wave. I'm happy to open the restaurant after 2 months or 3 months. We will die, but we'll die fighting. The thing is, we don't want to open a restaurant and then I would hate it. I would hate that my restaurant is successful and full and somebody in Brazil or somebody in America is dying. So this is very situation. It's a global thing. You can't enjoy. You cannot be happy. Only thing you can happy be is when the world is recovering.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the pain of everyone. So this is very important. You have to be emphatic and sympathetic to the people around you. Yes, you have to survive, but you can't celebrate. Celebration will only happen when the vaccine comes.
Yeah.
That's when every restaurant will become a new year.
The question that I wanted to do, like, as I remember the experience of Gaggan previously, and I believe now in this new venue that you have, Gaggan, is about gathering. No, gathering
absolutely.
People, and they are there with you or with your team if you're not there, and it's even without you. I've been in your restaurant without you, and it worked with the team, but it was about sharing, right? We don't have to share the same food, but sharing in a small space. How does a restaurant like Gaggan or a chef like you in this system going to reinvent yourself without a vaccine, or you're just going to work full this way where the vaccine comes?
I think the biggest challenge we have right now is that I'm such a vocal chef. I am a person who's very provocative, as you guys know, and very outrageous and rebellious. I created a table in this restaurant called G Spot, which means Gaggan Anand Spotlight. Means you are in my chef table with 14 people. Every second person should be a different nationality. Not anybody can book the whole restaurant. Because I made sure that we go to restaurants to socialize. Before COVID was there, everybody went to restaurants to socialize, but were in their mobile phones. You forget being in a place where you are with the best person ever in life to spend that 3-4 hour meal that you won't come back soon. And our mobiles and phones take most of the time and most of the space. So in this, I learned that what is the most important significant part is that if we can create an experience that seduces a person not to be in a mobile, but to use the mobile to your advantage in social media, and the people are interacting and listening to everything we do. Because today, forget COVID. Yes, COVID will definitely limit social distancing. But when COVID is over, because this will get over, when this is over, the first thing we want to do is socialize. And socializing is a human behavior. Today we are depressed, sad, because we can't be with the people we love. We cannot be with the ones we want to spend time with. We have the memories with them of holding her hand or being with the guy and hugging and drinking. We can't do what we want to do, what we are used to doing. So we feel like prisoners of socializing. And that's why I think the biggest take today is that we learn from COVID and we value people and time with those people more in life than we used to in last 10 years.
Yeah. But in terms of a restaurant model, how do you serve in the midterm of You have to open your business. You have the other restaurant, I know.
See, I'll tell you three things. Three things. The biggest risk is, I was looking at it. Luxury of being in a fine dining, luxuriously expensive restaurant is gone.
Yeah.
We are at the risk of losing fine dining forever. This is a super risk because you see, world has lost money. Everybody's bleeded, rich or poor. People have lost jobs. Tourism will not come back. Everybody is fighting now for struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a war zone. Now, especially economic war zone. So what I realized was to keep it alive and kicking, I don't want to make money, but I want my cost. So we worked, and my new menu, which I'm going to launch after COVID, which we have started the R&D yesterday, because looking at 1st June, maybe we open. If we open, then what is the menu? Is limiting that 3-hour experience into 1 hour 45 and pricing it half by not using very expensive ingredients, but giving what money can buy is expensive ingredients. But money I want to give is what money can't buy is an experience. So we double the experience and we charge them almost half. Yeah. So I spoke to my sommelier, Vladimir, and people, and I said, we charge 4,000 baht for wine pairing. That's 100 euros. Can we do a wine pairing? Because the menu is 15 course, half, like 25 courses, gone to 15 course and 18 course. Can we do a wine pairing at 40 euros, 60 euros? Can we do a wine pairing at 70 euros? And this is how we look in forward. Sustainability of a restaurant is not just a sustainable farm now. Mm-hmm. It is the sustainability of the industry. So we have to come up with smarter menus, knowing that you cannot explain too much. What if we are not allowed to communicate? Now we have to wear a mask and a face shield. So with the face shield and mask, you can't communicate. You can't come and show, okay, this is the bottle of wine, the label, bend down, talk to a person. Your service is being limited. So we have to adapt smartly and provocate them. So it's all about how you adapt and how much creativity you use. So my experience we are working on is having that fun, having the experience, not giving a menu, but giving them a pen and a paper and some things that I can't disclose because I want to make it surprise. And people will write their own menus. So what happens is they're still engaging. We will just engage very little with explanation of the dish and get out and let them experience the dishes and let them play. We want to play, but we want to shorten the experience and in time, make it affordable because we want to understand the pain people have gone through. And then we want people to come and enjoy double the experience because they are coming after starvation of socialization. So they will love it more.
But once I think Thailand and Bangkok is very different from Portugal, from Lisbon, but that's a way that is similar, that both countries depend too much on tourism and on tourists. How was the percentage of your clients from abroad?
80% to 90%. So yes. So one thing, my arrogance was like, I don't care a fuck because I am fucking Gaggan Anand and I will have people all the world. So now I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you? So it's a reality check. And in this, I've realized how much I ignored the domestic market. Yeah. And how much they've supported me in the last 45 days. Thais, local expats, people living here have supported me in unforgettable ways. And I think because of their support, I will be able to support my team to reopen my restaurant. Okay. The biggest thing is that I don't want to now depend completely on foreign market. And this is not only me, every restaurant. Look at, Noma or Massimo or any restaurant, any famous restaurant in the world. When you are in that fame, you are always a tourist hotspot. Yeah. You are in that checklist. So the thing is, I would love to be back there, but I will also make sure that the ones who supported me, and I'm not saying that I'm not I'm just being more fair to people locally also, which I was ignoring for last 10 years.
How are you going to do that? To give some slots for local clients?
Yes,
Like in
yes.
Spain, I know plenty of restaurants in Spain that do that.
Yes, I'm going to do one thing is in the reservation system is that we'll always give a quota for locals, a priority and a quota to the locals. So reserve some there, and also to keep the database. So suppose somebody comes to us regularly, so we make sure that they do not harassed by this arrogance of, oh, come back next year.
Yeah.
Oh, we are full. I think every restaurant, I mean, you can't say which restaurant is doing well. It's just saying which restaurant will survive the situation. This is the thing.
Well, I don't know. I know there's a Portuguese chef in a restaurant in Bangkok.
Joao. There are two.
Joao is the one who works with you, right?
Joao, and there's another guy called Fabio. There are two of them.
Yeah, but there's a restaurant called Il Fumo. That is from the owner is one is Italian and the other is Thai. And I remember they told me that they had lots of local clients, wealthy clients, of course, and sometimes it was easier that if you have to have, like, I don't know, a turbot, it was better that turbot was coming from France than to have a local one, because what was coming from abroad was better, like caviar, as you said, or foie gras or something like that. Do you think this idea of luxury for the local wealthy people will change and they will go to your restaurant and eat more humble products that you do amazingly, or they are amazing, but
it's a great question. I'll give you an example. Okay. Can you guys hold? Miguel, talk 1 minute. I want to show you something. It answers your question. Hold on for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Do you think Gaggan will give some chamusas or something like that, Miguel?
No. Do I have to dance now?
Okay.
Make a table dance for us, Miguel.
Been great.
So, people at home, that is.
I'm back.
Okay, great.
He's here.
Okay. Now look at this. I don't know. Okay,
Mango?
Okay, it's a mango.
Yeah.
It's a new mango in Thailand. It's called ruby red. Okay.
Yeah.
It's big. You see, my hand is big. It's not a typical Thai mango.
Okay.
So it's, for me, in India, we call it rose flavored mango. So you smell it's nice, not typical Thai sweet mango.
Yeah.
I will give this mango more love than getting mangoes from India in a frozen Alfonso puree or something else. And this is the new strategy I've worked with the new restaurant. I disagree with, and this mango, why I have in the home is because I want to work this for June, because they have started to ripen, and in June and July, they'll be the best conditions. Mm-hmm. So right now my house is mango is all over. It's a perfect, it's like a room scent. Now, this is one example I'm talking about is I ignored for 10 years. I preferred giving a Japanese strawberry or a French peach or something like that more importance than using Thai fruits. And then I realized that every tourist who comes to Thailand wants to eat the mango, wants to eat the lychee, wants to eat the mangosteen, wants to eat the Thai fruits. Yeah. So we are making mistake. We're ignoring our own culture. And that is why all our desserts in Gaggan, Anand, is made by only Thai ingredients and Thai fruits using tropical ingredients and not even adding sugar.
Even that smelly one that you said you kill someone if someone cooks that in your kitchen. What is that smelly one? Do you remember the name?
Yeah, durian.
Yeah, durian.
Yeah, that we don't cook yet. But the thing is, yes, I do that, but there's a thin line. Mm-hmm. Now, I will not try to use a foie gras because it's local foie gras. Because I don't agree that foie gras was ever the culture of farming in this country. So somebody who's trying to farm the foie gras, like they have a Thai caviar, but the guy who does the caviar has been doing it for 10 years, trying to do it. And what I've heard is they've used ultrasound machines to impregnate the fish. And that's unethical caviar. So I will disagree to use local product that was never local for last 100 years or 50 years. So I will try to use something. If I want to use as a chef, I will use it from the most ethical person and from the most ethically produced part of the world where it is best from. Now, if I serve you a wine from in Thailand or India, because I'm Indian and I'm in Thailand, I'm a biggest idiot. You see? So this is the same philosophy we use in our restaurant. Now, we have, you said Vindaloo. I could make Vindaloo with 25 imported ingredients. I have done with Spanish Iberico, Joselito, from other jamons from the world, this, that, the black Korabuta from Japan. And it cost me a lot. And I did all that. And then I realized one of the star dishes that you will like is a bamboo Vindaloo.
Yeah.
A bamboo, which is Thai, ignored. You can find it in 30 baht curry in the streets. And I pay per piece of bamboo more money to the farmer than he would ever make by pickling the bamboos. Because bamboo is a pickled ingredient. And Vindaloo is a pickled recipe.
Yeah.
Vinidaj. So Vinidaj became winner. So this is exactly what makes sense. If Thai chili is more important, we will use Thai chili. If Thai chili is not important and not in the recipe, we will not use it. So what is local, we give the best local. What was never meant to be local, and I cannot find the most ethical farmer, I will not use it.
Okay.
And then, of course, as a chef, I have my temptations. But I don't believe in that idea that because this is an expensive ingredient and this gives more value for people to perceive. No, I don't look at that way. I look at, I want to use a caviar, I will use it. If I want to use a fish, I will use it. So look at sustainability ethically and make sure nothing is farmed and nothing is frozen. Like today, the biggest problem right now I'm facing is in Bangkok, everything will arrive frozen. Because last 2 months, people have not fished out, not production of farms, everything is frozen. So I'm in a nightmare. I cannot use lamb chops in my menu, which is from Australia, because it's not there, it's frozen.
Yeah.
So I don't have an option. So I will not use lamb chop because it's frozen. So these are things that we decide. But yes, what was local, what is best local, I will make the best use of it. This mango will end up in my menu.
Yeah.
And I will take this €4 or €3 mango and elevate its status with cooking.
Yeah.
So when you put it in your mouth, you will not feel that it's a €3 mango. You will feel that it is a mango that you've never tried.
Yeah.
And that is cooking.
To get the best from sometimes some humble products. Other
Yes.
thing that people would like to ask is like being in Bangkok and being one of probably most amazing street food cities in the world. How's the thing with this lockdown? Everything, no one's on. How this? Where does that people get their food now? They are at home cooking, or what happened? All those small million.
See, one thing really the government did very well in this country was that they did not try to kill the basic people. Bangkok has, let's say, 12 million people, 10 million people, 12 million. Now, because of this 10 million people, I can guarantee you 50 to 60% have never cooked in home.
Yeah.
Because the survival here is that even if you make €400, you can eat a €1 meal per meal.
Tasty.
Yeah. Tasty, super good. And if you add €2 more, you can drink a beer. You can drink a beer, have a nice chat. Okay. So the They've been used to that social. So what happened was the government did not kill the log. They handled it very well. That they did not kill the delivery system and the street food.
Okay.
They did not allow them to socialize, but they made sure that everything was available delivery.
Okay.
So this is something at least everybody got an opportunity. The second good thing, which I was shouting all my life, was cooking was dying. It's dying. I mean, look at people. I can guarantee you, some of the people who have never cooked in life must have felt so miserable in the last 2 months. Who never hold a knife. Now what the fuck can you do? How much McDonald's or fries can you eat?
Or they are cutting themselves.
Yeah. So this is amazing that everybody will value cooking now.
Yeah.
And that helps my career.
Yeah.
It helps us because now people will not say, because now they'll think that, wow, they fucking cooked it so good.
I think there's going to be open like 1,000 bakeries in cities, because everyone is baking bread nowadays. It became a crazy.
Yes, it's incredible. Did you ever imagine this will happen in next like 30, 40 years back? No, we were living in an industrial fucking era. Thank God we're back to human era.
Yeah.
One thing good about COVID, we're back to humans. We're
I
back
hope
to
so. People usually have short memory. I think sometimes I'm pessimistic on that we have to change, blah, blah. And then after 2 years, I hope so. I really hope so. Wow. But we need to gather, and we need to get together and travel again and do all things to survive. That things are getting me a little bit crazy these days, because I'm not doing very different from I used to, because I work from home, my wife worked from home, but that idea that I can't do lots of things that I love, like travel, go to restaurants, it's getting crazy. But at the same time, it's true, people are giving more value to things that they didn't even used to think about it, like getting ingredients, getting food, getting good food, not just from the supermarket, because sometimes supermarkets are not close to where you live, and you can't find a delivery in a short period. So you have to go to invent yourself to get some ingredients from small shops, and that is the good. If there's a good part in it, there's a good part. People are giving more value to small things that they didn't use to give that value.
Correct. Now, for example, we, at least in this country, we were lucky that we could have supermarkets. Were not closed. So, like, I am always looking for organic ingredients. Okay. I prefer to have organic food and natural ingredients. Now, the best thing happened was every supermarket, the shelf size of organic has increased. Yeah. People have started eating healthy, you see. So what will happen is, in this transition, if I would say 4 months back that, oh, this is an organic cauliflower that I've cooked it with cumin and mustard, people will not put importance. But today when I tell it, they'll say, oh yes, organic cauliflower is 3 times the price of a normal cauliflower. And yes, and the chef has cooked it well. So I think this is an advantage. Let's look at positivity. Negatively, oh, we all are fucked. Our bank balance is gone. We are gone. I mean, let's hope, oh, I'm going to die. Let me write a suicide note. Yeah. Yeah. But look at positively. Let's look at what's next in next 2 years. In 2 years, I guarantee you, chefs will be more valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we'll have some chefs. I think Master Chef will get many contestants.
They have to do how to prepare like 10 recipes with the cauliflower.
Yeah.
We have a question,
guys. We have a lot of questions here because there's a lot of engagement in the social media and YouTube. We have to thank once again to everyone who is following this live streaming, and our guests as well, of course. We have we have Rishab Sil, who asks,
Oh, I know the guy. He worked under me. Let's
you
ignore
know,
him.
he says, Gaggan, do you think the restaurant awards and recognitions would not be relevant anymore, at least for some time?
I think right now all the awards should be ignored, because I think it's not the time to divide the people by stars or by numbers or by. It's time for everybody to support each other. Let's not say who's better and who's worse. Let's not say this cuisine is better or he's the best or he's not. I would rather shy away from that and rather focus and make sure how much community. You know what's the best thing in Bangkok? All the chefs, today also I spoke, at least we're sending food to each other. And I would have never done that in my life. I'm such an arrogant motherfucker out here. So I think this is super. It's good to reconnect and look back and say, oh, these guys like you and you like them. So it's important, very important to be a part of that community, which we forget in fame. And I think that's very important right now. I don't think so. It's a time. It's not the time to run Olympics. It's not the time to celebrate. It's a time to recover, heal, and let people be happier.
Gaggan, you seem a much normal person, with eco-conscious, with trying to help the neighbor. We were on the limits of the star system, and this makes you come more.
This makes you a different. This
a different
prize
person.
It makes you a different person.
Yes,
I'm feeling
very different.
Yeah.
I've changed a lot in the last 3 months, and I think I'll change a lot in 2-3 months. I'm not the guy I used to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I won't be. I think I have learned my lesson.
Can I have a question? I have a question. Like
We have a lot of. No. But Miguel, let me just.
There's a dish. There's a dish in your new restaurant. I think in your new restaurant that people have to wear something in the middle finger and to live. And there's a story behind that because of our arrogance of a client. But my question is very simple. It's like, who do you would like to point out your middle finger now?
Now, to myself. Look, Gaggan, where the fuck are you?
I think in this quarantine, lots of people are doing that.
Yeah.
And this takes me to another question. I would say thank you to Rishab. And again, to Sofia Rebelo. She says, Namaste, chef. Is the new rule to not have any rules, or disrupt previous rules? # be more rebel. Is the new rule not having any rules?
I think first rule is to be safe, precautionary, hygienic. Because it's not only you, but everybody around you. Okay? Being a rebel doesn't mean that I am from a country of Gandhi, and Gandhi was a rebel without a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So my rebel is not about you have to be a rebel, but the rebel has to have the right cause and without any weapons, without aggression. To keep quiet and protesting is better than being an aggressive asshole. Okay? So this is something. Rebel has its own directions. Yeah. So this is very important. You can't be a terrorist. You can't be a vocal. And I will say, fuck socialization. We will socialize. I will not wear a mask. I'm the biggest idiot. We will rebel. We will go back to socializing. We'll go back to opening restaurants. We'll make it safe for every customer, every staff member, and everyone directly, indirectly associated with the restaurant. And we will rebel back and tell a middle finger to this coronavirus. Miguel, I'm answering you. Middle finger to the COVID that I will come back as a better restaurant using all the precautions and rebel and bring back socialization in a safe way.
Yeah, that's good.
Miguel, I have more questions here.
Please go.
Yeah. This is from Ben Trevinhos. We would explain to you what it means, but it means between wines with the Norse accent. Okay, they use the T instead of the V, whatever. Thank you, Ben Trevinhos. We noticed you've been there. Thank you so much for supporting us. They say, What is Gaggan's suggestion for a comeback to chefs who are not famous and don't have followers as they do? How can we make community to support our local business?
Bento vino, whatever, between the vines. Okay. Now, one thing is very important is that the pressure on those chefs and those restaurants is lesser than us. We die, our fame dies with us. Okay, we are in more pressure and more stress. You have no pressure, so don't take a pressure. Enjoy a life without pressure. I have 80 people working under me. I have 80 families to support. You don't have that pressure, so why take that pressure? Enjoy cooking. Cooking is not a career, it's an art. Enjoy your art. And fame, forget fame. Right now, fame, I am famous, I have so many followers. What can I do? I'm jobless. Where will the fame give me money now?
Again,
please understand.
Yeah. Can I disagree a little?
Why?
Maybe it's very easy to say when you are famous. You know what I mean? Is like if you are a chef
okay.
or a restaurant.
Can I tell you one thing? Ronaldo is famous, but can he score a goal now?
I think he cannot.
No, he cannot. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean is like when it all goes over and people get into the business, you'll have, for instance, in Portugal, as some people say, that all the restaurants that are open or that exists, the Portuguese clients just can fill 40% of them. So you like it or not, it has to be some competition. We're talking about that the ones that are more authentic are the ones who's going to survive. I want to believe in that, and I hope so.
Same in Bangkok. Same.
Yes. But if you are famous, your chance, or if you are famous in a way that you got that famous because you did something well, not because you are beautiful or you are a top model.
No, I understand.
But you to survive, or you have to get your clients back and get part of that 40%. So it's important that what you do, it's relevant, that's true, but you have to communicate too. It's not Gaggan, but you know what I mean. If you are just a chef that were doing a nice work, you are an independent chef, financially you are broke, and you have to have people getting to your restaurants just for 50% of the capacity of that restaurant. So you have to communicate.
Guys, 2 minutes, okay?
So,
I agree with you, Miguel, but just to give me a small pointer is that in Thailand, we work in third world country. We have no support.
Yeah.
Okay, Portugal has other supports. It's a first world country. So we have to understand everybody has an advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think from now on, forget fame. Everybody have to have their own personal journey to recovery. Yeah. Some will fail, some will succeed. But it's a personal journey. It's your own enlightenment, like Buddhism. So it's a personal journey. It will make you a better person in life. Yeah. That's it.
I think that is a beautiful message, Gaggan. Yeah. This conversation could go on and on. Thank you so much.
We can give you more. Yes.
No, Paul. We have been late, going late to each slot. So we really have to go.
Thank you. Thank God we have a woman in the conversation. Huh?
Yeah. Please stay there, stay with us. Just let us finish this slot. We have to thank you, Gaggan, again. Miguel, you have been with us this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, all the viewers and everybody. Thank you to all for having me here. And I'm coming back for you.
You will, for sure. This is
like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
And you have to bring some durian, please.
Yes.
People at home, stay exactly where you are. We'll be back at 5:30, Lisbon time. We'll have another interesting talk with Alex Atala from Brazil.
Wow! Give my love to Alex.
Daniel Ham from the US, New York, for a conversation moderated again by João Vengurovius. You cannot miss this as well. So we'll be back in 20 minutes. Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure, Gaggan. Finally.
Obrigado.
Whoa.
Yeah, great.